Okay, magandang araw. So, for today, we're going to solve the second method in solving quadratic equations, which is by factoring. Okay, but before that, let's have first a review of how to factor out polynomials. And let us have the first example. Number 1, we have 2x squared minus 8x. So what we're going to do is to look at what is common with this term and this term. So you have 2x squared minus 8x. So we're going to factor out what is common with these two. So in this case, we have the numbers 2 and 8. We have to look first for the GCF, or the greatest common factor. In this case, the GCF of 2 and 8 will be 2. So let's have equal sign 2. Then, the common factor of x squared and x. So it's just like asking what is common with x squared and x. So in that case, that is x. So this is the CMF, or the common monomial factor. So this serves as the common monomial factor. So to get the other factors, what we're going to do is to divide each term by this GCF, or the common monomial factor. So we have 2x squared divided by 2x. That will give us x minus 8x divided by 2x. So that is 4. So these are the factors of the given expression. That is 2x times the quantity of x minus 4. Now, if we're going to go back, or to reverse, if we're going to multiply these factors, factors, this is the product. So you have 2x times x, 2x squared, 2x times negative 4, that is negative 8x. So this is the factor. Okay, number 2. We have 20x squared plus 4x. So start first with the numbers. So we have 20 and 4. So the GCF of 20 and 4 is 4. Then the common factor of x squared and x is x. Then to get the other factors, we divide each term by the common monomial factor, or the CMF. So 20x squared divided by 4x is 5x. Then 4x divided by 4x is 1. So these are the factors. Okay? Third example. And let's say we have s squared plus 8s plus 12. So you will notice here in our third example, we have 3 terms. So what we're going to do is to get the factors of the first and the third term. Okay? going to have two pairs of parentheses. So the factors of s squared is s and s. Now, we think of factors of 12 that will give us the sum of 8. Well, let us first have the factors of 12. So we have 6 times 2, 4 times 3, 12 times 1. So obviously, which among these three that will give us or possibility to get the sum of 8 in the middle term? Obviously, that is 6 and 2. These are the factors we are looking for. So I place anywhere here. So we place 6, then 2 there. Since both are positive, so that is positive. So s plus 6 and s plus 2. So those are the factors of s squared plus 8s plus 12. We have x squared minus 10x plus 21. Okay. Same. We're going to factor up the first term, x squared, so that is x and x. Factors of 21, that will give us a sum of 10. So that is 7 and 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. But since the middle is negative, so both are negative. So negative 7 plus negative 3, that will give us negative 10. So that's negative 10x. So these are the factors that we are looking for. X minus 7 and x minus 3. So that is how we solve for the factors if we are given the expression. Okay? So that is part of our review. Okay? So after reviewing the factors of the given polynomials, let us now proceed with solving quadratic equations by factoring. Okay, so if we're going to go back with our first example, we have 2x squared minus 8x, which is our polynomial. And what we're going to do here is to add equal to 0. So we have 2x squared minus 8x equals 0. So during the first example of factoring polynomials, we know that the factors of this polynomial alone is 2x, and the other factor is x minus 4. That is 2x times x, 2x squared. 2x times negative 4, that's negative 8x. That is equal to 0. So this is the factored answer. So what we're going to do now is to solve using the zero property. So when we say zero property, all we have to do is to equate these two factors to 0. That is 2x equals 0, x minus 4 equals 0. Just separate the two factors, then equate to 0. So in this case, you have 2x equals 0. Since you still have a number here, you have to divide both sides by 2. That will be x is equal to 0 divided by 2, that is 0. On this other zero property, you have x minus 4 equals 0. X equals, you just transpose this to other side, or you may apply the additive inverse of the properties of equality, that is x is equal to 4. Just transpose negative 4 to the right side, then make it positive. So you will see here that the solutions are 0 and 4. Okay? And what we're going to do is to check if this solution satisfies the quadratic equation. Let's say, if we're going to check x equals 0, you just substitute 0 in the original equation. So you have 2x, but x is 0. So 2 times 0 squared minus 8 times 0 equals 0. So we know that 0 squared is 0, times 2, that is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. So 0 minus 0 equals 0. 0 is equal to 0. So that satisfies the equation. Now what about 4? If x is equal to 4, so that's 2 times 4 quantity squared minus 8 times 4 equals 0. So applying the PEMDAS rule, first square is 4 squared, that is 16, minus 8 times 4, that's 32, equals 0. 2 times 16 is 32, minus 32 equals 0. 0 is equal to 0. So therefore, 4 is the solution of this quadratic equation using factoring. Okay, next example. So we're going to use the same example of during the factoring of polynomials. That is s squared plus 8s plus 12. Just equate it to 0 to make it quadratic equations. Okay, so we know we already have the factored form of this during our review of factoring polynomials. So we have like this, put to here's a parenthesis, so you have s and factors of 12, that will give you the sum of 8, so that is 6 and 2, both are positive, that is equal to 0. Then we apply the 0 property, that is s plus 6 equals 0. Then you have s plus 2 equals 0. And then just transpose 6 to the right side, that becomes s equals negative 6. This one is s is equal to negative 2. So the solutions are negative 6 and negative 2. So that is our solution set. Now we are allowed, or actually required, to check if this solution satisfies the given quadratic equation, just to prove that this satisfies. Let's say negative 6. Check. Let us check. Let's say s equals negative 6. Start with negative 6. So that is negative 6 squared plus 8 times negative 6 plus 12 equals 0. So negative 6 squared is positive 36. 8 times negative 6 is negative 48 plus 12 equals 0. Then that's negative 36 minus 48, that's negative 12 plus 12 equals 0. So 0 is equal to 0. So that is correct. Negative 6. For negative 2, that is negative 2 squared plus 8 times negative 2 plus 12 equals 0. Square this is positive 4 plus 8 times negative 2, that's negative 16 plus 12 equals 0. 4 plus negative 16 is negative 12 plus 12 equals 0. 0 is equal to 0. So therefore, the solution negative 6 and negative 2 satisfies the quadratic equation. S squared plus 8s plus 12 equals 0.